Hey everyone, this is Denby with Sunny Day Realty, and I'm here with Deja from First Bank. And we wanted to, reach out to you guys today and do a video. We got a lot of response from the flyer we put out in terms of what First Bank has to offer. So we thought it was a great time to be able to, get in front of everyone and talk about it a little bit, so you can hear from Deja, hear what the programs that she has to offer. And I know a lot of everyone is, talking about, the interest rates are so high, I can't buy right now, or I'm still saving. I've heard from many people talking about that. And, there's programs out here, and it's one thing to read a flyer and get excited, but I wanted you to hear from the source. So thank you, Deja.
You're welcome.
For coming into Sunny Day Realty.
Anytime.
We're having our little couch discussion today. So introduce yourself first. I don't think we've heard from you in a little while.
Yes, so I'm Deja Wade now. I recently got married. So.
Yes.
And I'm working at First Bank. It's an awesome bank, great community, great culture, and I'm just here to talk about some of the great loan programs that they have to offer. To let people know that home ownership is attainable. Mm-hmm. You don't have to deplete your savings. You don't have to think, I don't have 3% to put down or anything. First Bank has a great loan where it is 100% financing. This loan is called First Start. So it is two loans actually. The first loan is 90% loan to value, and then they offer a second loan that is 10%, and you can use that for down payment, closing costs, or whatever you need. And it does have a separate payment. However, it has the same amortization as the first, so that separate payment is a little bit lower for you. So it's attainable. And it also has a really great debt to income ratio to where, you can go up a little bit, where most banks cap you at 43 or 45. First Bank, they'll let you go up to 50%. So you can attain a home, of value. So they have that program. Their loan, the credit score starts at a 620 for that. So, your credit doesn't have to be a 700 plus. And then the interest rate is not bad. It is a lower level price loan, so the rates range, but they're not bad at all. And, I will do whatever I can to make sure that you can afford the mortgage payment and you're not just out here trying to get a home just because you see everyone else getting it. Make it make sense to you. Make sure you can afford it, the mortgage payment. And they also have another mortgage. It's called Better Future, and that's a little bit of a higher credit score. It starts at a 700 credit score, but it's still the same parameters. It's a 90%, 10% loan to value, so it's still 100% financing. You won't have to come out of pocket anything on that loan as well. And then with the First Start, the first loan that I talked about, they have a great grant assistance. It's up to $5,000 that you can utilize to pair with First Start if you do need additional money for down payment or closing costs. So,
wow.
Yeah, they have a lot of great programs to offer.
So, and that was a lot of information, and thank you, Deja. And it's good information because, it's not all of that is depicted, of course, in the flyer. It would be probably too much to read. But tell me a little bit about, just for, especially for our first time home buyers, in terms of debt to income. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Okay. So debt to income, that is basically how much debt you have based off of how much money you're bringing into your household. And that's whoever's on the application. So we cannot count your boyfriend's income or, your mother's if they're not on the application. But we basically look at all of the debt, and that's not the total loan, the total amount of your credit cards or installment loans. It's the minimum payment that you are paying and you utilize.
Good.
So you can go up to 50%. So we would basically calculate all of your debt, your income, and then figure out the amount that you can qualify for a home.
Okay. So great information, Deja. So let's go back to that first one that you were talking about. And I think that's the one that, gets people, most excited, is the first start. So you mentioned that the minimum credit requirement is a 620 credit score, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What else do I need if I wanted to apply for that?
A minimum investment of $500,
Okay.
and that being earnest money. So a lot of people put $500 down anyway. You also have to be at 80% of the area median income, and that is $86,000. And then you just have to find a home in Madison County.
Okay. So anywhere else locally that this would work?
Florence, if you're looking out in Florence area, but locally that's about it. We do branch off into Birmingham as well. So
okay,
yeah,
go Birmingham. All right. So Madison County, which is where we are and where we service a good portion of our clients. 620 credit score, as she mentioned, 86,000 and some change-ish around would be the cap, correct?
Yes, that is the cap.
The most that you can make to be able to qualify for the first start.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yep.
And then the next one that you mentioned, what's that one called? We're just going to slow it down a little bit. So the next one is which one?
Better Future.
Better Future. I love the name. Okay.
It's a 700 credit score.
Okay.
$1,000 minimum investment.
Okay.
And then you have to be at 100% or less area median income, and that's actually $109,000.
Okay. Make good money here in Madison County.
Yes.
All right. Good.
Yes.
Good. So don't want to discount great credit scores coming in at a 700 because there's always advantages to being able to keep your credit score up. And then if you're at a 620, and there may be things that you can do to be able to improve your credit. So it's always best to talk to the experts and to take a look at what is on your credit report that can possibly be corrected really easily to be able to boost that credit score.
Yes.
And then there was one more, wasn't there? Is there another program?
The just the down payment, the grants.
Yes.
And that's only eligible for First Start. So it does not apply to the Better Future. However, but it is a grant up to $5,000 that you can just take advantage of it if you need it. So.
And grant, and it means no payment back.
No paying back.
No paying back. So that's where the phone calls have been coming in, like, Debbie, how do I get this grant program, etc. So it would be to qualify for the grant program. It is the First Start program. So it's that first program that we just talked about.
Yes.
So that is the one, 620 minimum credit score. You can't make over 86,000 and some change. Let's call it even 86,000. It needs to be in Madison County or Florence for those of us in Northern Alabama, or if you feel like branching out into the Birmingham area, they are servicing that area as well. So outside of that, within Madison County, I can be anywhere from the county
Yes.
to the city.
Yes.
Anywhere that I want to live that is affordable. So awesome. Please reach out to us if you have questions in regards to the specifics. We wanted you to kind of hear it from Deja and First Bank to be able to really kind of understand it a little bit better. One thing that you did mention is about making sure that the home is affordable to you. And, Deja and I have worked together a whole lot in the last few years. And one thing that I like about working with Deja is that we have a really good comprehensive conversation with our buyers to make sure that it's not just what the system spits out, right? So when you have your consultation with myself or any of my agents, one of the things that we want to hear about is your lifestyle. What do you do? Do you eat out? Are you going to the concerts? Are you, do you travel out of state or out of the country a couple of times a year? What are your habits? Because what you never want to happen is buying a house to kind of put you in a chokehold a little bit, or, where you're now stuck in this house. You can't go anywhere else because you were so excited to get it, like the golden ticket, and now you're like stuck. You can't do anything else, right? So, really making sure that you're having the right conversations, that when the system does say how much you can borrow, it doesn't mean you have to borrow all of it. It doesn't mean that you have to max out whatever it is or even max yourself out. The system doesn't know you. That's why it's so important to get with a good team, to be able to sit down and really have those good conversations with the client, to make sure that we're not going to impact your lifestyle. This is to enhance you. It's to build wealth. It's to start to do certain things to be able to invest back into yourself. So you never want to do it where it becomes a hindrance. You know, that's why they call things like starter homes. You know, it's a fresh start. I love the name of the first start.
Yes.
You know, so when it's a first start, sometimes, you know, it's a humble beginning, and that's okay. You know, that's why I love the grant, so that you don't have the burden of all of the costs to be able to go into this. If you take advantage of First Start and the grant, if done correctly and negotiated with the right agent, your out of pocket shouldn't be that much. So give us a call. Let's talk about it. Email me, inbox me, whatever you want to do. Deja, of course, is on social media. We have the information is on our flyer. But at Deja, if you want to go ahead and let them know how to find you, because Deja is the one who has the money. I'm going to help you find the house. Deja is the one that you want to contact as it pertains to this program. So
yes, my cell phone number is area code 314-598-7632. My email address is deja.white@firstbankonline.com. And then I also have Instagram. It's DW Lending. So you can find me there as well.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much, Deja.
You're welcome.
It's always a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
We've had so much fun today, going over everything, catching back up, which is always a good thing, making sure you have the right people in place. And, you know, here at Sunny Day Realty, we love servicing you. We love making sure that your happiness is our priority. And every time we touch you, we want to make sure that you have nothing but a sunshine experience. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. And again, if you need anything, or if you have more interest about the products that we talked about today, you know, give us a shout. All right, have a good day.